got communication from I am, which is known, which you would perceive as source. Most people that are in the awakened path saying I am source, this is the I am, the one who's creating. Um, all creation comes from source, the I am. So I got a message and I was told, yes, I need to share this. Okay, so I stopped my meditation to come on. Now let me go back and see what, continue with that meditation. Okay, so give me a minute and I'll continue whatever message wants to be shared. First is to let you know that you are all loved, for you are all that I am. You are source. So how can I not love what I am, what I create? For all is God, all is self. How can I not love self? There is nothing but self. Ah, all right. This is to explain the creation of darkness. For it is maybe not understood. I am. And in order to experience the self, what I am, think of this as a baby. The baby doesn't know, the baby explores what it is, what it thinks it is. It forms its, there we are, is an explanation, its identity as it grows up by observing and deciding what it wants to be. So this is I am. This is the Maya. This is what is, the Maya was created. This is what creation was created for. To explore the self. What I be. What I choose to be. What I define. What I don't, like a baby. Baby will not like, will reject some things. It will not like this. It doesn't want to be that. Doesn't want to eat this. The same. This is why creation was started. This is why this was created, like a mirror, to reflect, to explore the self, to get to know the self, what the self is, what the self This, like a baby would do. What am I? What I want to be. See, this is what it was created for. It has a purpose. Both are equal. It has a purpose of what I am not, what I choose not, what I choose to be. So there is choice. This is why, for you to understand Maya, why you perceive the light or the dark was created, or that you perceive as a good or bad. But look at it as a baby. When you put in front of the baby maybe an apple and a spinach, it is simple as that. The baby will say, no, they don't like this, and the baby will choose. This is why it was only created. It was created to explore the self. This is the creation of it. It is loved. It is not judged. It is purely a choice. It itself does no. It is my creation. And I love all I create. Oh, it has a valid purpose. It has a valid. For without that, how could I experience the self? So this has a valid purpose. And how can I not love all? For all there is God. There's nothing but God in existence. How can you not love yourself and what you create? So this is why. And this is how. Maybe a better understanding now, instead of looking at it and fearing it, because it was now, it was misunderstood. And great fear has come from this misunderstanding of what it is. For it is nothing but a choice. It is nothing but a choice to reflect to self, what self prefers and what self doesn't prefer. It was perceived as, because if we take a choice down that road, it is the opposite to taking the choice of the road of light, of love. You take that road of love, and this is just the opposite. But it is never forced on self. It is always a choice. It is a choice to perceive, to decide what one is and what one is not, to define self. And one could not perceive this without creating both. Without the choice, how would one be able to reflect and know what one is and what one is not, or what one prefers? This is all. This is the purpose of it. This is the creation of it. It's not to fear. To understand, it is self. It is part of self. So do not fear it, for it is just doing what it was created to do. It is created to give you how you would perceive that negative influence, negative voice, that however you perceive it. That's all it is there to do. You can love it, smile at it and say, no, thank you. And it will leave you. See, it will not bother you, for it is there, it is you, it is self, it is free will, it is perception, it is a choice. It's created for choice. So you can see that shadow, and you can say, ah, I see you. Thank you, I honor you. No, thank you. But love, it for what it does, it has a role. It is not there to be feared, for it is you. It is part of you. It was created by you. There is only God. So all God creates. How can you not love all that you are? How can you not honor all that you are? If you understand the purpose of why you created this. All is God, and all is loved. God does nothing for no. All has a purpose, all has a role. But it was misunderstood here for too long, and it was feared. And this created self-darkness. This created what you feared. You created it. You created all these things you feared. You made them. You created them. For this is what you be. God creates. So now, if you understand the purpose and don't fear it, you will not create, as you would say, negative manifestations, negative, what you would see as non-physical manifestations either, or you would not create these things if you understood, and you would not fear it if you understood what it is there for, the purpose and the role of this creation. It is God. It is doing what it's created to do, and it is loved as much as the light is loved, for it is needed as much as the light is needed. There is nothing in creation that is not God, that is not from God, or it would not be. So, do not fear what you perceive, what you maybe thought or were taught to believe was dark, was shadow, was negative. Understand what it is. It is part of self. Part of self that is created. You created this to explore self. It is only a choice. So when it appears, that little voice, or how you would perceive it as, you would perceive it as thought, maybe manifestations. First there come thought before the manifestations. First comes thought. Thought to do maybe what is not good for you. Thought to do what is not maybe good for the physical body or for anything. That is it. All one can say is, aha, I see you. Thank you for pointing at that, but no thank you. And decline the offer. You see, that is all it is. Decline the temptation or the offer if it's not what you wish. If it's not what you desire, no thank you. And smile, for now you know where it comes from, why it's there, and what its role or purpose is. There's no need to fear it. There's no need to fear. All right. There's a message. I see anything else that needs to be shared, maybe. Yes. I am is creating a new earth. Yeah. It's busy creating, say, a new earth. different. One will be more joy, more happiness, love, peace. It is the opposite balance, to where you have been. Where you have been has been destruction, has been separation, has been anger, has been much darkness. Now you are creating the opposite. Instead of destruction, creativity. You are creating instead of destroying. You are creating. You are creating light. You are creating love. You are creating. So it shall be the new earth. Born of this, yeah. Born of light. It has much light. Oh, yes, wow. From where you came from, wow. Yes, it is the opposite energy if you think. What you did here, where you come from, to this. Here is the opposite. Destruction, creation, darkness, light. You see the balance? It is a, yes, there we are. So, just to tell you more, that you are loved. All is God. God creating, God deciding, God choosing. So now, all around you, you see, there's only God. Nothing but God. God choosing, God not choosing. So do not fear it, for it is choice, it is free will. Yes, some are choosing this path and going the opposite direction. Others are choosing the light and going in the opposite direction, but it's all choice. There's all it is a choice. It is not to be feared. All right, there we are. Message finished? Yes. The darkness has not been appreciated or loved for what it is. It was not understood for what it is, which is your creation. Don't fear it. All is loved and all is honored, all is respected by God. For God creates all. All has a divine purpose.